Malolele, Kono Maori, Iorana, and a very warm welcome to the Pacific Way. We benefit from sport in many different ways. It entertains us, keeps us fit, and sometimes a good workout goes a long way in helping us de-stress. But sport also possesses a unique opportunity to educate and create awareness outside the confines of a traditional classroom setting. The recent Oceania Pacific Cup, hosted in Suva, Fiji, provides a good example. Late last year, teams from across the Pacific converged at the National Hockey Turf for an action-packed week of competition. But they also got the opportunity to learn and actively participate in breaking the silence and stigma that surrounds HIV in the region.
Sport, like traditional arts and culture, lie very close to the heart of Pacific Islanders. It inspires, unites, and possesses the ability to break down barriers that enables issues some considered taboo to be raised. More recently in the Pacific region, sport has been harnessed as an important tool to help address a growing global concern, the spread of HIV and AIDS. In December 2010, 12 teams representing 5 countries in the region gathered at the National Hockey Turf in Suva, Fiji, for the 3rd Oceania Pacific Cup. Teams were accorded a welcome in true traditional Fijian flair. But the ceremony held a much greater significance than just marking the official opening of the tournament.
Oceania Hockey is particularly interested in supporting youth, and so it's our pleasure to join with HIV/AIDS and have their delegation here today, and also to have the distinguished guest from Whasanok with us.
While the Pacific is made up of relatively small and isolated countries and territories, like the rest of the world, it remains vulnerable to the far reach of HIV and AIDS. And those most at risk are its future, its youth.
Youths nowadays are quite knowledgeable. The peer pressure is there, and sports, using the sports platform and the networks that we have, and to get these messages through to the community, because it's affecting the youths. These are the potential economic contributors in the population. You know, they go out and relax into the nightclubs, into the community, you know, and things happen, and sometimes they can go involve into activities, sexual activities, and in order to help them, what we do is we empower them with this information, that we bring this message through sports, through the youth.
Joeli Dolati recognizes the huge opportunity sport offers in educating others on HIV/AIDS outside the confines of the classroom. In 2007, he discovered that he had contracted HIV. Now a member of the Fiji Positive Network, FJN+, the 24-year-old Namara native courageously shares his story so that others may learn from his experience.
And I believe that athletes should also aware that HIV has no barrier, and also to know that not only if you are sitting in a classroom and you learn about HIV, no, HIV information you can also get it from playing sports, and I know that sports is a good tool to advocate for HIV and AIDS in our country.
A timely message in line with the tournament theme, Fight HIV, Not People Living with HIV. And throughout the week, the athletes themselves were given the opportunity to put these words into action.
And abiding by the rules which govern them, in the spirit of truth.
The sports training and outreach program on HIV, Stop HIV, ran an awareness campaign at the hockey turf throughout the tournament. a regional initiative that was launched at the Oceania National Olympic Committee, ONOC General Assembly, in Fiji in 2008, it utilizes the influence of sporting role models or champions who drive the awareness programs at key events such as this.
This program was initially started because the initiators thought that sport could be used as a major tool to try and get the message across to the people, since this problem of people getting HIV is getting high and it's a realistic problem. So we thought using sporting icons and using sport as a method to deliver a message across to the public would be a good idea. We usually engage ourselves with national teams, youth groups. What we do is we go out and do awareness during major sporting competitions. In that case, we have our tents set up, and then we usually deliver sessions. Sometimes, if we are lucky enough, if the teams allow us to do so, we go to the different camping venues and we talk to them about HIV awareness, and it's more using us as sporting icons to deliver the message of HIV.
The third Oceania Pacific Cup provided an encouraging glimpse of people from different walks of life joining ranks to fight a common deadly threat. And while the friendly rivalry and festivities roared into action throughout the week, the tournament also empowered athletes and spectators alike to walk away from the event more informed and empowered on what they can do to reverse the spread of HIV and AIDS in their respective communities.
I think it's a good idea to use the Hockey Forum and all the sports athletes that it brings here to just help strengthen that message in the Pacific nations, but also in Australia and New Zealand. So I think it's a good idea.
I think it's very useful. It helps people get aware of what's happening.
People appreciate that we are going out there with, we are taking the effort. We use the Stop HIV champions. These are top athletes from each sport that go out there and advocate on this program. And I feel it's effective.
Be reminded, and always be reminded that people living with HIV are just like you.
Welcome back. You're watching The Pacific Way. Information and communication technology has been recognized as an important element in all sectors of the economy. In April 2010, Pacific Regional ICT ministers met in Tonga and endorsed the Framework for Action in ICT for Development in the Pacific. In this episode, we'll look at the framework and how it provides guidance to Pacific Island countries and territories.
Information and communication technology is now being recognized as an important element in all sectors of the economy. Initially, much of its use was centered on communications technology alone. However, the rapid evolvement of information technologies and tools has revealed the importance of ICT in providing a seamless link across all sectors.
So you can see that the market...
In 2010, Ministers for Information and Communication Technology committed to using ICT as a key tool for the development, governance and sustainable livelihood of the people of the Pacific.
The forum was tasked by the forum leaders in 2009 to undertake a review of the Pacific Regional Digital Strategy. The Regional Digital Strategy was initially drafted in 2005 and was agreed to by ICT ministers in 2006 at a meeting in Wellington. So it seems timely at that point in 2009 to be able to, I guess, review the document because things are changing so rapidly in the ICT.
The ministers recognise that while ICTs have enormous potential for socio-economic development, they pose risks to our communities that need to be carefully managed.
I suppose looking at developments in the last 5 years is that mobile phones, as an example, have been really good in terms of improving the availability of many people to phones. Because fixed lines cost large amounts in terms of infrastructure, in terms of laying down lines, whereas infrastructure with mobile phones is substantially more cheaper and actually can reach people a lot faster than their fixed lines.
The Tonga Declaration endorsed priority issues and development plans for the advancement of ICT in the Pacific. This included the endorsement of recommendations made in the Pacific Regional ICT Officials Meeting Report and Outcomes, and the Framework for Action on ICT for Development for the Pacific.
The forum was asked to undertake this review. We've used the review to be able to inform members about the strategy and how the strategy has progressed and areas where it's undertaken its role and the areas of need for improvement. But what we've also done is that we've utilised the report to be able to assist SPC in terms of moving forward with regard to a revised digital strategy, which is being examined at this conference.
The equipment
The ministers also agreed that the new framework of action be reviewed before mid-2013 and that a Pacific ICT ministers meeting is convened after the review to consider the findings and provide direction to the implementation of the framework. The University of the South Pacific has taken a lead role with regards to the development of ICT in the region. It has always recognized that ICT must be fully exploited as a means of overcoming the geographic constraints of vastness and isolation that we face in the Pacific.
Essentially, the most significant development in ICT at USP recently has been the completion of the Japan Pacific ICT Center. Now, this is a very large cutting-edge facility that gives the university a lot of ability to consolidate its work in various areas. It allows the university to introduce new courses and programs that it hasn't had in the past. It allows the university to significantly upgrade its research work and relate to the industry.
The ICT Centre marks a major promise for the region as it embarks on the next digital strategy and becomes a major nucleus of research and development.
USP has accumulated a lot of experience which we would increasingly make available to other stakeholders, but particularly to the ministries of education and to governments. And here I'm talking about the expertise in running distance learning programs, because USP is probably one of the global leaders in distance learning, and including everything from print to online courses.
Inside the centre are laboratories that will enable ICT research and innovation, and perhaps most importantly, excite and motivate students to learn about ICT and explore the possibilities for connectivity in the Pacific. Although the centre is located at the Lodala campus in Fiji, it is a resource for the region. Professor Chandra says the wise use of ICT will enable the Pacific Island countries to grow their economies in directions never before thought possible.
Well, I think this meeting has been extremely good because it is looking at the revision of the current digital strategy and laying out the new version of it. And the good features of this plan are that it actually spells out targets. It spells out the timelines within which those activities would be done. And I think that there has been a rather disappointing record of regional initiatives in achieving results. This one, I think people are feeling that is engaged, the people, it has targets identified, and most important, it is I think, quite strong in coordinating and implementing and then evaluating the success of the plan itself. So I've been very pleased.
To this end marks a new, bold journey to break down the digital divide and create opportunities for the people of the Pacific Islands to benefit fully from the many opportunities offered by ICTs and the new knowledge economy.
Welcome back. Tonight we continue our highlight reel from the 2010 Fiji Audio Visual Commission Kula Film Awards. Open to secondary school students, the annual event aims to foster an environment where young people can discover their untapped creative flair for film. This next piece won Rishikul Sanatan College top honours for Best Script at the awards night. It's a short but sobering story, simply titled It Happens.
No. No. Nice. Money? This is. No, there's no money. Then ask your father. I'm not gonna ask him. He's not my father.
Say that one more time and you watch out.
My father is dead. No one can ever replace him.
What did you say? Oh.
Hey, money.
Me, pray. So, Rada doesn't pray.
Say, then Ramina Pinolina Drunk. Let's say.
Say. No. You, it's my mother.
Do you see her around here? Huh?
And it's still here. Don't you have any work or something?
You, clean this mess up.
Why should I clean? You clean it up.
Hey, small boy, don't talk bad. What did you say? Huh? What did you say?
Don't!
Shut up, or I'll hurt you. Shut up, or I'll hurt you. Don't you dare tell this to anyone, or else.
Hey, buddy, how much money you got? $5. What would you? I've got $2, man. Just enough for, you know. Hey, buddy, are you okay? Oh, just, nothing.
You know my sister's son, Junior? He'll be coming to stay with us and we'll continue his studies from here.
Okay. Oh, the one from Nandi?
Yes, the one from Nandi. Yes, I wonder how my son is. This all happened because of me. If only I was a good mother. The last thing I heard, he was on some street shoe polishing. I've tried to call him home for so long, but he refuses. I just wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why.
Oh, that must be Junior.
Hey, Junior, come in, come in.
Junior, let me take your bags.
Oh, I'll get the other bag.
Come, let's go.
This song is dedicated to all those out there who have been victims of child abuse.
Oh Lord, can you change my fate? Here's my time too late. Questions rushing through my veins, and all I see in life is pain. Things are pretty much the same. Who am I to be the judge, and who am I to take the blame? Oh Lord.
We've once again come to the end of our show. A quick reminder before we leave, for more information on the Pacific Way, you can visit us at www.sbc.int/RMC or drop us a line on Facebook. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. Until next week, sapo, au revoir.